Hey there, and welcome to this week's video on Edie TV, relationship and life advice that is simple and that works. I'm actually going to do a quick follow-up to last week's video where we talked about spending time with our spouse, spending time with our partner, time alone together as man and woman. And I'm doing a follow-up on this video because I had quite a bit of feedback where several people wanted to argue a little bit the fact that there just isn't enough time in the week to add the amount of time that I'm talking about, the amount of time that I would recommend when working with a couple and getting their relationship back to being connected, intimate, passionate, all those kinds of things. So I wanted to share a couple statistics with you. Did you know that the average couple without children spend as little as 1 hour total per week alone together as man and woman? Now that's your average couple without kids. The average couple with children spend almost no time together alone as man and woman. Now here's an interesting piece of statistics for you. The average two people that are having an affair manage to somehow spend a minimum of 15 hours per week alone together. Imagine that. 15 hours, despite all their other commitments with children and job and friends and bills and taking care of the home. 15 hours. And so when I'm working with a couple and they're telling me how their lives are so busy that they don't have time to spend alone together one-on-one, well, you can see how that's impacting their relationship. You can see why that would be impacting their relationship. Now, when I'm working with a couple and we first start bringing in this concept of spending one-on-one time together, my minimum for them is 6 hours per week. 6 hours per week. So that could be 3 hours on date night, whether that's a Saturday, a Sunday, or if that needs to be squeezed in during the week. 3 hours on date night. That only leaves 3 hours left to spend the rest of those 6 days of the week. That's a half hour a day. If you're thinking, I don't have a half hour a day to spend with my partner, I'm too busy, I want you to be honest and be real with yourself and find out what is that in your day. What have you created in terms of the things that you're doing all day long that you have packed into your day, whether that's spending time on Facebook, watching 2 of your favorite TV shows per night. And here's where you have to get honest with yourself, and here's where you have to get real about what it is that you want as a priority in your life. If your relationship is a priority, your marriage is a priority, your spouse is a priority and something that you want a strong connection with, you're going to be willing to give up the things that aren't necessarily a priority, to give up that half hour that you would spend on Facebook, to give up that hour, 2 hours that you spend every night watching your favorite TV episode. That's showing yourself and your partner that that time together is more important. And use this time to get to know your partner, to get to know your spouse. It's virtually impossible to be in love with someone that you're not spending any time with, any alone time with, getting to know that person. How many times have you heard, or even more, how many times have you personally felt that you love your partner, that you love your spouse, but you're not in love? I can't tell you how many times I hear that from couples, from friends, from family. You can't be in love with somebody you're not spending quality time with, that you're not taking the time to get to know, that you're not taking the time to communicate with on an authentic, vulnerable level. Never assume that you know your partner fully. Never assume that they've stopped growing, stopped thinking, stop wishing, stop having dreams, because they haven't. And everybody wants to share those things with somebody. And for you to open up that time, to open up that space, to be able to relate with each other on that level, instant connection. Instant connection. It's just going to continue to get stronger and stronger and stronger, especially if you create a ritual and a habit for this type of communication to happen on a weekly basis. It just goes hand in hand. Connection and time go hand in hand. I'm Edie K. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, make sure and click the like button. Leave a comment below. I'd love to hear your feedback, and make sure that you share this video with others so that they can get the value from it too, because we all want to be in passionate, thriving, connected relationships. So take the time to share this with somebody that you care about, and I look forward to talking with you next week. If you haven't already, come on over to edk.com, subscribe to the updates, and you'll get notified in your inbox anytime I release a new video or put out more content. Have an awesome day.